What's up, guys? Welcome to today's show. So, like I said, Manchester United, Manchester City FA Cup preview, transfer news, and also I want to touch on the Mourinho incident when he lost it with the referee. Europa League final that took place on Wednesday. So, first things first, Manchester United versus Manchester City. The favourites are obviously Manchester City. They are on course for the treble. They're in red-hot form. They've got the better players: Haaland, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Grealish, Diaz, Haaland, Ederson. A whole host of top draw players. Before Arsenal bottled the title and I was getting abused, and I wasn't getting abused by Manchester United fans, mostly Southern ones, I didn't really care who won. But after Arsenal bottled the title and all of these Londoners that support Manchester United, glory seekers, started mouthing off and giving it the big one, I lent mostly to Manchester City wanting to win, and I still want Manchester City to win. And I hope they batter Manchester United so I can send loads of memes and bants to Southern glory hunter Manchester United fans. Now, there are some Manchester City fans that live south of the island, down London way. Some that have jumped on the bandwagon and started glory hunting City. I see the other day when I was in Edgware Road, one of my fellow Nigerian brothers, he had a Manchester City jacket on. I felt like sticking it on him, asking him, why is he wearing that? When did he start supporting City? But I couldn't be bothered, I was knackered. So I just let him off. But yeah, there's some of that glory-seeking Manchester City stuff starting to happen down in London now. But most of it's Manchester United in my age group. So I want them to get smashed. And there's going to be a lot of banter going from my way to your way, believe me. Despite what I want, Manchester United could still win this game. They have Casemiro. In terms of their back line, I think it looks a lot more healthy with Luke Shaw and Varane fit. So, you know, they still have the players like Bruno Fernandes. They still have the players that can hurt Manchester City. Rashford, Sancho. They got very good wingers. The one that they bought, the Brazilian fella that they bought. I forgot his name. But yeah, Anthony. They still got Anthony. Anthony's a decent player. So they've got players that can hurt Manchester City in transition. Obviously, Manchester City will have most of the ball, but I do believe that Manchester United need to be brave and try and stop that dominance, assert themselves, be confident with the football and move the football quickly. Don't have an inferiority complex against City, because if City hold the ball, they will smash you like they showed against Real Madrid. You have to impose yourself against Manchester City. So as much as I want Manchester City to win, there is still a chance, and I know that Manchester United can win this football game. They've already beaten Manchester City in the league already. So they have what it takes to beat Manchester City. And they have a very, very intelligent, tactically inept coach, Eric Ten Hag. So they can beat City. So to me, it's a 50-50 game. I know that, you know, most people are going to lean towards City, and I'm leaning towards City just for the reason to banter Manchester United fans. But realistically, it is a 50-50 game. And it's going to be interesting to see who is the match winners. You know, it could go to penalties. It's going to be interesting to see how we set up. It's a game that I'm looking very forward to watching as a football fan. The first Manchester derby in an FA Cup final. You know, surprisingly. But yeah, the first Manchester derby in an FA Cup final. So it's a game I'm very much looking forward to, and the world will be watching. So yeah, listen, the keys of this game, Manchester City are going to play their normal game. We don't know what Manchester City are going to do. They're very tactically flexible. They dominate possession. But Manchester United can hurt them in transition, and they also need to try and get the ball and believe in themselves with the players that they have. Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, to be able to keep the ball as well, get it up the pitch quickly. to those players that can cause Manchester City damage, like Antony, like Sancho, like Rashford, like Martial. They're all quick players. They're all speedsters. So they can cause Manchester City issues, especially in transition. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game for me to watch. But I'm back in City just so I can banter Southern Manchester United fans. In terms of transfers, big transfers flying around. Some, most of it is rumours, but it looks like there's some credibility to a lot of them. Not Declan Rice. We're going to get to Declan Rice in a minute. Mason Mount going to Manchester United. This looks like it could happen very, very soon. Do I think it's a good signing for Manchester United? Yes, I do. I do think that Mason Mount is overrated. But I do think that there's a player in there. He's young. He has quality. He has energy. He has legs. He's a hard worker. He's a team player. So I do see why so many teams do want to sign Mason Mount. His wage demands are a bit hefty. Whether or not other teams are willing to pay his wage demands, but it looks like Manchester United and Mason Mount will happen. Also, McAllister going to Liverpool. That looks like it's going to happen. Apparently, it's pretty much done. Fantastic signing by Liverpool. The rebuild has started. They've got rid of 4 big-name players. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, Milner and Bobby Firmino. And one of the big players for the rebuild is McAllister in midfield. Fantastic player. Great acquisition for Jurgen Klopp and for Liverpool. And I have no doubt they'll be challenging for the league next season. In terms of Arsenal, Declan Rice. Yeah, I know I kept saying his name earlier instead of Mason Mount. But Declan Rice, the link is still strong. Apparently Bayern Munich have come in for him. But apparently he snubbed them because he wants to stay in England. And the link between Declan Rice and Arsenal is ever growing. Arsenal apparently are going to put in an official bid very soon. So let's see how that pans out. The link with Arsenal and Caicedo is also growing. I think they need both midfielders, not just one or the other. I think they need both. So it is very realistic that Arsenal could sign both of them. And if they do sign both of them, that is a massive statement of intent because they're both going to be very expensive. Do I think Declan Rice is worth 90 million? No. I think 50 million is more what he would be worth, around the same sort of price as Mason Mount. But it is what it is. There's a big rumour going around that Victor Osimhen is going to sign to Newcastle. Now, because of the Saudi money, it seems that Newcastle have been linked to everyone. They've been linked to Neymar, they've been linked to Ronaldo. Now they're linked to Victor Osimhen. Do I think there's any credibility in this? Maybe, but I don't understand why. Because they've got Isaacs and they've got fantastic forward players already. I don't really see how this one makes any sense. They've just forked out a massive amount of money on Isaac, £70 million. You would think that and the first season in the Premier League, he's been fantastic. They've also got Callum Wilson, who has had a fantastic season last season. So they have 2 very good strikers. Eddie Howe seems to be sensible in his transfer approach. I don't see how Victor Osimhen would be a priority for them. Maybe he's looking at Wilson and Isaac's fitness. I don't know, but having 3 top strikers in one team would be hard to please them all. So I don't see how that's gonna. I don't see any real tangibleness in this one. But let's keep an eye on it. The Victor Osimhen links have sort of quietened to where he might be going to, where he might be heading to. I do think there's a possibility that he might stay at Napoli for another season. So I'll be keeping my eyes and my ears on the Victor Osimhen links and rumours. It also looks like Ronaldo's going to stay in Saudi It looks like Benzema's going to be on the way to Saudi, and it looks like Messi is going to be on the way to Saudi as well. So 3 legendary players will be, you know, you can't blame them, finishing the twilight of their careers on mega money. And you can't blame them, you know. If you can, you can. Everyone else would. And, you know, I don't begrudge them at all. Ronaldo, Messi, Benzema, they've given me some of the best footballing memories that I've ever seen. And, you know, I think that if they can get this sort of money at this stage in their career, then all power to them. Any one of us would. I also want to touch on the incident with Mourinho and the referee. And how he flipped. Now, I've been listening to a lot of sports media and pundits and their views on it. They're all like, Mourinho needs to get sanctioned. He needs to... But hold on a minute. Yes, I can see that side of the argument. But what about the other side of the argument? What about the other side of the argument? What if the referee was doing something a little bit dodgy? So I'm going to just finish off the video on this. UEFA have a duty of care to investigate both sides. Did Mourinho go too far? And were the officials being dodgy in the Europa League final? Were they being biased for whatever reason? Because if those officials and the referee were being biased for whatever reason, that's bad for the game. So UEFA should do their due diligence and investigate both sides of the argument. So I'm going to end this video here. Glorious weather. I'm planning to go outside now. Probably going to go to the gym and have... I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm probably going to be out in the town enjoying the weather. It's June now. Summer's here. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be back on Monday for another video. I will try and do a video tomorrow evening analysing the FA Cup final. But I'm not going to make any promises. But I'll try and do my best to do a video tomorrow just recapping the FA Cup final. Alright guys, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please smash the like, share, subscribe, and please leave a comment. And I'll see you most likely tomorrow for the next one. Peace out, guys.